All right, hi, let's continue working with fractions. This time, what we are doing, basically, we're doing combined operations. We're going to do BEDMAS, the order of operations. This time, we're going to use only rational numbers or fractions. All right, so here's a question. We're going to simplify this, this question where there are three notice that there are one, two, three fractions. There's brackets involved, negative numbers involved. Okay, so we have to go through and polish this, and we're going to use BEDMAS. Remember BEDMAS, okay? So BEDMAS is the order of operation, and we have to follow that. So first, we have to deal with the brackets. All right, so that means you're going to go ahead and basically add this fraction. Remember, lowest common denominator, and then make sure that the numbers are the same, and then add the top. Okay, I'm just going to pause the video now. You go ahead, you pause it, do the question, and then come back and check. Okay, so that's what you will get. You'll get negative 6 over 10 plus 5 over 10, and just the LCD was 10. Okay, 2 times 5. We polish that, so negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1 over 10, writing one of the denominators, times the fraction negative 2/3. Now we're going to go ahead and multiply the two fractions, and remember, when you're multiplying them, you can simplify before multiplying them, or you can simplify after, but regardless of how you do that, make sure the multiplication comes in, multiply the top numbers, multiply the denominators, numerators and denominators, right? And then you simplify, okay? Or you can simplify in advance. So for example, right here, I can simplify 2 and 10. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 10 5 times. So now I can just say negative 1 right here, negative 1 times 1, so it would be negative 1 on top, over, and then 5 times 3, right? That's what I'm multiplying now, so that would be 15. But then remember that there is a negative value right there for the 2/3, so there is a negative there and a negative there. So if I actually include the negative, let's include the negative to the 15, so I'm going to include it right here. Okay, so this becomes negative 15. So the final answer will end up being positive 1 over 15. Okay, so let's look at this example, a little bit more complicated, but again, BEDMAS applies. Remember, you have to do the bracket first. So this bracket, the two fractions are being multiplied, so we're going to go ahead, simplify that, and then rewrite. So the first thing first, make sure as you're doing, because it's a multiplication, just be aware there's a multiplication, so you can actually simplify the 16 and 4, 16 divided by 4, that would be just 4. So I can just go ahead and rewrite that as 3 times negative 4 will end up being negative 12. So multiplying it like that, and then 1 times 7 is 7, and that becomes your denominator. Rewrite the first fraction, negative 6 over 7, and now we are going to add the fractions. And since the fractions, they have same denominators, you can just go ahead and write one of the denominators and then just do the subtraction. Negative 6 plus minus 12 is basically negative 12, right? And based on that, you have negative 18 over 7. Can you simplify this? No, this is the final answer. That is it. All right. Practice time.